Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Condors of Orlando. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action with Richardson. And incomplete to open things up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Ready.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Richardson to the air on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Running straight ahead, Taylor stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Ready.
Again, it's Richardson. This pass left side to Downs. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're going to go for it now. 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Here's Richardson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Call it a loss of 5. A big save to bring up 3rd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Richardson. Complete to Likely. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Third and long for Richardson. That is caught. Touchdown. Josh Downs, 36 yards. And the Condors post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
There, Richardson back to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And this taken in by Downs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Cowboy 80. Let go.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Ready.
Richardson now on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Downs ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Condors go up by 2 touchdowns. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Second and 10. Now back to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Richardson looking to throw this. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Richardson looking to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run. It's Tucker. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Richie Grant. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Shut up. Ready?
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
On the jump.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Richardson off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Still going inside the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That complete to Downs. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Third down and 10. Now it's Richardson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll run with Tucker. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line. And it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Jerry Jeudy, touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 74 yards. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Under pressure, and down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. A beautiful fake. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage.
Touchdown! Connor Hayward from 6 yards away. And the Condors are able to stretch out their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make second one is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On the ground, it's Tucker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Tucker. Shreds the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the